Yesterday I was at the local grocery store and I walk in with full lifeguard gear on, my hoodie, of course, pants, everything. And I walk in there, I'm heading to the egg aisle. And I don't know if I've shared with you on here or not, but I buy about two or three 18-pack eggs. The eggs I buy are farm fresh, organic eggs, so really good quality. And I normally have about 8 to 10 scrambled eggs in the morning with some cheese on it. So I'm walking to, you know, replenish what I've already eaten. And so I'm on the way to the egg aisle and I encounter a little girl, probably about 4 or 5 years old, and her mum. And they're a Choctaw descent, a Choctaw Indian tribe. And here in Mississippi, in a place called Neshoba, Mississippi, and certainly up north in the state, is you'll encounter real Choctaw Indians, just fantastic, wonderful people. And I walk by this little girl, she's waving. She says, "Are you a lifeguard?" And her mum says, "No, sweetie, he's not a real lifeguard." I just had to spring into action. I said, "I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, sweetie." And of course, I knelt down because this little girl's, like I said, about 4 or 5 years old. So she literally comes up to my kneecap and she says, "Are you a lifeguard? A real one?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am a real lifeguard." She's like, "Wow, really?" Lit up, and I said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "What's your name?" And she told me her name. I said, "My name is James. It's nice to meet you." I said, "Have you ever heard of the American Red Cross organization?" And she said, "Yeah." Whether or not she has or not is immaterial. The encounter is what we're getting at. And I said, "Well, they trained me to be a lifeguard, and then another organization trained me to be a beach lifeguard." And so I said, "So if you're on the beach and you see me, wave again, we'll speak again, I'll come up and talk." And she's like, "That's great." I get to the checkout with my eggs and she's nearby and she said, "I know you. I met you over there." Sweetest little girl. Mum smiling, of course. And that's just it. The little girl recognized the logo, the encounter, the cross, the lifeguarding at 4 or 5 years old. Couldn't have been any older. And I took that as a blessing. I said, "Thank you, Lord, for that encounter." Truly amazing. And people would overlook that and say, "Well, what's so amazing about that?" And I would say that little girl recognized a lifeguard in the store. That means there was a safe encounter. And so if I see her again, no matter how unlikely the circumstances, she will remember the face and the safety. Her life is in good hands. She can feel safe. The same can be said for Jesus. We may never have an encounter. You may never have an encounter, much like I did last year. But we know we are safe in his hands. We know that when he's around and he's with us, we are safe. We're not in danger. And I'm here to tell you, as a chosen one and as a professional lifeguard for deep water surf rescue, you want to have the public count on you. You want them to feel safe. You want them to know that when those children, as much as they're a precious gift from God, you've got their backs. Have a blessed day, everybody.